The next module that I really want to go through is the whale alpha. So the whale alpha is across the entirety and the entire space of cryptocurrencies on chain. We've scanned all of the most profitable and most successful traders, investors, whales, institutional buyers, and core decision makers in the space that have sway and that have material influence over others. And we're looking at all of their spot trades, all of their perpetual futures trades, and we're then running it through extensive screening, and we're prioritizing which of those whales, or denominated, identified as whales or profitable traders, are worth looking at. And out of that, so what we've done here is just an example of a filter. We've essentially looked at only the wallets that have made at least 100,000, that have a minimum win rate of 80% and have minimum trades of 10. You can set it to a more statistically significant size. Like you want to put it to 30 or 50, that's completely fine. But you adjust the filters as you best see fit. What I have found to be helpful as an initial starting point is to put 100,000, win rate 80, maybe put the trades at 20 if you want, or even 30 or 40. It depends on how rigorous you want to be in terms of your screening and scanning. And then what you'll see right now is there's still 1,000 whales that have met those filters. And then you can look at exactly who they are. So you can see exactly what chain they're executing trades on. So if it's a prediction alpha on Polymarket, for example, you'll be able to see it on prediction alpha, but that's considered a whale, like Dr. Pufferfish, who's made 6 million and he or she has a very high win rate. You can look at their Sharpe, their Sortino, their Calmar ratio, so all those quantitative ratios to help you gauge their performance, which is also very difficult to get exactly right and to exactly accurate, especially with somebody who has a significant share of trades. And then what you do is you can go to their profiles, and you can see exactly how they've done, right? So you can see exactly how they've performed. And you see what their win rate is. You can see what their total volume traded. You can look at their overall performance and look at their unrealized losses, unrealized gains, their open positions. You can see their current recent activity. And it just gives you the broad perspective of whether or not these are whales that are worth looking at. These are whales that are worth pursuing and so forth. So the way that I'm using this is I'm basically looking for whales that meet my criteria, and I'm keeping a close eye, and I'm being alerted every single time they're making purchases with high conviction of significant size, and usually ones where they're creating positions that are considerably higher than their normal average conviction. So their average size of their position, let's say, is usually 200,000. If they're making a position higher than 200,000, I want to watch that whale. And it's very simple to watch the whale. You literally just go to their profile, you click alerts, and then you'll be able to immediately set up alerts for when you want to get alerted, right? And then if you click Autopilot, you can program it so it can go and systematically mirror what that whale is doing on chain, of course, right? So